while being played by a woman helps you to become a better bachelor. Stay tuned.
Pronto, pull up on me, shawty like pronto. Bust it on me, baby, like pronto. Let me see you work it, let me see you twerk it, let me see you throw it in a circle like pronto. Pronto, 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 pronto.
Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, I want you to watch the entire video. If you like the video, comment, like, subscribe at the end of the video. But first, watch the entire video. Okay, today we're going to be talking about why getting played by a woman helps you to become a better bachelor. All right, a lot of you guys out there, you became the best version of yourself because you did get hurt, and you should be happy for that. And the reason why I say you should be happy for that is because it's a lot of guys that did not get hurt that are still in relationships, right? But they didn't become the best version of themselves. A lot of people in their 20s are going to get married and have kids to a person that's going to be a different person in their 30s, and that's why divorce rates are going to come up. It's because both man and woman did not take the time out of their life to become the best version of themselves before deciding to meet the opposite person. That's why most of what we see in dating is messed up completely, due to the simple fact both are immature before they make the decisions to live together. So understand, if you got your heart broken and you became the best version of yourself, when you go date again, it's a different ball game. And on top of that, you got more money, you look better, and then you're smarter. But we're going to break down today why you become the best version and why you become the best bachelor. Let's get started. First, you have to understand, you no longer trust that easy. When you no longer trust somebody that easy, you no longer put your heart into them. So it lowers your expectations of what you really want out of the relationship. All right? Because you're not trusting everything that they do. You're making somebody prove themselves to you. That's very important, because a lot of you guys have been hurt because you've tried to be the nice guy. You've always gave people the benefit of a doubt. You've always said, you know what? That person treats that person bad, but they ain't treating me bad, so I'm going to let it slide. You had to learn that mindset doesn't work. When you watch somebody else mistreat somebody else, you have to understand that there's a chance that they can mistreat you. But until you learned that, you always gave everybody the benefit of a doubt. So it was easy for you to trust people because they haven't hurt you yet. Next, you learn red flags. Before you learn red flags, you was just out here dating blindly. You was just dating because of emotions. You was just dating because she looked good. You was just dating because it felt good. But now that you got your heart broken, you ran into the red pill community, the manosphere, you start learning more. Now you know all the red flags to look out for, which is going to be different. Because now when you're with a woman, you'll know exactly what to look at, whether she like you, whether she don't like you, whether she got problems, whether she don't got problems. Now you got a list of things psychologically that's going to help you advance in winning and being a bachelor. Why? Because now you focus more on becoming a better version of you. It's like, all right, you may see a girl that you like, she may be attractive, you may get her number, but you're going to see the flag so much earlier that you'll be like, you know what? I ain't going to even call her because I already know at the end of the day, it's a lost cause with her. She's just going to be a booty call. So you don't put your emotions into it. You get back to doing what you're doing and you make her part of your spare time. All because you knew what the red flags were at the beginning. Next, you're not afraid to call her out. All right? Before, you used to just let a woman run her mouth, right? And just let her run her mouth and you'll be like, man, I don't even want to argue with her. All right, I'll just let her win the argument. Because that's how most of you guys are. You know the truth, but in a lot of cases, men give in to women due to the fact you just don't feel like arguing with her. But this time around, you're not afraid to call her out. If she's wrong, she's wrong. If she's been spoiled and she's been an airhead about stuff, then there you come in. If she starts acting privileged and spoiled, you're there to let her know, like, man, they ain't get ready to do this. It's another sucker out there for you. And a lot of you guys, that's all you got to learn. You got to learn that mindset where you could tell a woman, like, man, go back to your DM and pick one. I'm not afraid to tell a girl that. I'm not afraid to tell a girl, like, yo, listen, I ain't even digging you. If things ain't going my way and you think I'm supposed to cater to you because you got 1,000 guys that are willing to worship you, go get one of those dudes that are going to worship you. Especially after I hit it. If I done already hit it already and she trying to act bougie, your good is done to me. You're no good to me. If I done hit it already and the sex is already trying to die out and now you trying to make me prove myself for your love, bye. You're gone. Go back to your DM. A lot of you guys are afraid to tell a woman to go back to her DM. She fears going back to the DM. She uses the DM to have confidence to talk to you or approach you to make you want to go chase her. But at the end of the day, to be honest with you, bro, women don't want to go back to their DM when they get on a date. They trying to find men that they can solidify, especially older women. You know what I'm saying? So understand this. When you're not afraid to call her out, you're now starting to hold a lot of respect towards her because you're not as weak as you was before. Next, you value your independence more. All right? And the reason why I say that is because a lot of you guys ended up with the wrong woman because you could not stand being alone. You couldn't take being lonely. But after getting your heart broke, you learned to be alone. Matter of fact, now you prefer to be alone. If a woman gets in your space and your space is uncomfortable due to her attitude, you can kick her out of your space. Why? Because you have learned to be alone. That's probably the best trait that a man can learn. When you master being alone, then you can master how you talk to her. You can master how you walk with her. You can master how everything operates. And you're able to be alone, accomplish more dreams, get more things done without the gratification of her being in your life. Next, now you understand why you would never take your ex back. It's because now you look at the guy that you used to be, and you look at the guy and you look at the guy that you used to be, and you look at the girl that she is now and the type of guys that she aimed for. So now you know, all right, the old me got played by that girl, but I'm not the old me no more. Now I'm smarter. Now I'm better looking. Now I'm better advanced. Now I know woman's nature. Now I know red flags. So you have made a complete turnaround to who you are, and you know for a fact, I have no interest in my ex, right? At all. You already know what type of girl she is. But at the same time, you still want to stun on her, which means that you still want to become the best guy. You still want to get the money. And when you do start back dating, you still going to want to have a beautiful woman worth something. And guess what? You're going to want her to see you with that girl. You're going to want her to see you in your nice car. You're going to want her to see you being the best version of yourself. That's why when you get your heart broken, in a lot of cases, it hurts at that beginning. At the beginning, it's going to hurt a lot. But if you think about it, look at everything that you gained from being hurt. Everything that you gain from being hurt turns out to be a very valuable asset, because there's guys out there who are in marriages who are at the worst version of themselves now, which means they don't have any money, they're out of shape, fat, sloppy, and they're stuck next to a woman all day long who does nothing but nag and complain and occasionally goes out and be with another man. But you ain't got that problem. Now you're a bachelor. You can sit at home and pick out which girls are going to fit you. You know what? When a man becomes a better bachelor, he stays single longer and starts to dating and getting more closer in relationships when he gets like 40s, like 45, 50 years old. Then you'll start looking more towards like, oh, do I want a girl to date? Typically, guys like that, you may end up with a baby mom, but she won't be a baby mom at that point. She'll just be a mother whose kids are grown. They're out of the house and you guys are older relationship dating, which is typically what's going to happen nowadays. But you have to understand, when you become a better bachelor, a better version of yourself, that's when life opens up, and that's when you take control. When you take control, you don't get hurt by women anymore. The best thing that a man needs, the most valuable asset that a man has, is his knowledge and the money. You cannot have the knowledge and not have the money and still think you're going to get some respect. It don't work there. You got to have the knowledge and the money. This is Anthony Spade. Hopefully you was able to get the message and understand why you're the better version of yourself.
Let's turn this up.
How's the
Pronto, pull up on me, shawty like pronto. Bust it on me, baby, like pronto. Let me see you work it, let me see you twerk it, let me see you throw it in a circle like pronto. pronto, 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 pronto.
Come on, ma, I'm only